working on the more neglected side of off-roading mods that people do. And it's going to be the bump stops. We got DuroBumps, so most people just throw on a lift kit or whatever and they don't really give their bump stops a second thought. But if you're using that suspension and you're going to be bottoming out off-road, this will save your shocks from damage. Basically, you need extended front and rear bump stops based off your lift kit. But for the GX470, one of the real special tools you're going to need is something big enough to remove the old bump stops, which I found this works perfectly. It's an oil filter wrench from Harbor Freight, and this works great to be able to grab those and pull them out. And it's only $7, so can't beat that. But we'll pull the old bump stops off, give a little comparison, and then we'll throw the new ones on. Already broke torque on this one, so it's a little easier to take off, but basically just comes off like that. Alright, I was pushing the wrong way. There we go. Broke torque on this side, and initially I didn't think I would need to lift the car up to do this, but you can pull the old ones off without lifting it up, so you can break torque on these and remove them. But because the other ones are extended, you will need to jack the vehicle up and just to lower the lower control arm, bring it down so you can fit your ratchet and everything in there whenever you put your new one in. So these are the front bump stops pulled off, old one versus new one. You can just tell the height difference in the two. And plus this one's 20-year-old rubber, so not that elastic anymore. But these just bolt in via supplied bolts. Already got thread lock on them too, so thanks for that, DuroBump. But we'll get these front ones installed and then move on to the rear. Alright, so the bolt is a 14mm, so we're just gonna use our deep well socket here. Get her started in there. And with these, you don't really want to torque them very much at all. Basically, once they snug up, you're done. That's it. That Loctite's going to take care of the rest for you. But that's the passenger side installed. All right, we got both of the front bump stops on, so we're going to move on to the rear bump stops. They are just held in with 2 bolts each, and you really don't even need to pull your tires off to get to these. If you just crawl underneath, they are right there. You can see them. See if I can zoom in on them. Right there. One bolt on that side, the other bolt on the other side. So I'll pull this off real quick, let you see the difference, and then we'll throw them on. So here's the difference in the bump stops themselves. You can see this one has full elastomeric material. This one is metal with like a little spacer plate. So this is going to provide more, squish whenever you're hitting it. They are labeled, so you can't really mess it up. But yep, there's 2 bolts in each side. They just go up from the bottom. Pretty self-explanatory on that. So you're going to install these with the little sticker facing outboard. Okay, and one side's threaded in. Grab the other one. We'll tighten this one down a little bit just to snug it up so it's easier to throw the other side in. Guys, this is a rental garage space, so they have flat bays and lifts and everything like that for people to use that don't have a garage of their own. So pretty cool concept. But the only annoying thing is you have to listen to other people. So same thing with these, you're just gonna get them on nice and snug. Not too tight though. You do not want to over tighten these. It's about as tight as you want to do. Hey guys, I got the bump stops installed. Figured I'd finish up this video in a quieter location. So we'll take a look at how everything looks with weight back down on it. So that's what the front looks like. So obviously riding a little bit closer to the lower control arm, which should help you if you're having issues with too much up travel. So I've hammered this pinch weld in and still getting up travel or too much up travel. So it should help me a little bit. Up travel is good, but you want to, you don't want too much because then you're gonna start rubbing your fender liner. The rear, there she's in, and I'm gonna be really putting these to the test in Utah next week. But yeah, bump stops are an important upgrade that you need to make to your suspension anytime you lift a vehicle, because if you're spending $2,000–3,000 on suspension, you definitely do not want to over travel your shocks and damage them, because then you just destroyed your investment. So check out DuroBumps. They're the industry standard, in my opinion, for bump stops. So give them a look, and that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks.